Hi everybody and welcome to the Maria Goretti Corner. Today we're going to be making risotto. Well, risotto is a very malleable dish and can be made with a variety of meats and a whole lot of different vegetables, and every time you make it, it will taste different. But today I'm making it with the most buttery of all vegetables, the mushroom. So welcome to my kitchen. Well, since in my head I've already transported the risotto to India in the form of a khichdi and made it really simple, let's just get down to messing with it some more. This is fungus, these are mushrooms, and these mushrooms are called enoki mushrooms. Okay, so it's very simple. With enoki, you cut the ends out, which means this bit, which have got the roots in it. And with the rest of it, don't make it too tiny. Keep the bulbs as they are. Dunk this in cold water because it needs to be washed. So basically, while making a mushroom risotto, you don't really have to use enoki mushrooms. You can use what we call button mushroom that's available everywhere and anywhere. You can just use that. You can use any type of mushroom, frankly. This is approximately 300 grams of enoki. So before you start your risotto, you need to have your stock nice and hot. So if you can keep it on a low flame right next to where you're cooking, that's really great. You can make a risotto basically with any kind of stock, vegetable, lamb, chicken, shrimp, depending on what risotto you're making. So now we're going to go for it. A little olive oil first. What we're going to do is 1/3 of the enoki mushrooms we are going to fry and keep aside, and that we're going to use as garnish because it looks really pretty. So here go the enoki mushrooms. What we're going to do is try and get this to a lovely golden brown. It's very beautiful and it gives out a very lovely nutty fragrance. We are done with the enoki. So now I'm going to put a little extra oil back into this. 2 tablespoons of butter. If you're wondering what this is a very special ladle, and this is used for risotto. The reason being, you're supposed to really be careful with the rice. To this, you add your rice, which is going to now fry. People ask me if we can make a risotto with normal rice. Yes, you can. But the thing is, with arborio, it has a creaminess that you're never going to get with any other rice. Now you can add, just in the middle, the garlic. As soon as you get the aroma of the garlic, that means it's done. Let it all go in. I'm going to add a little bit of onion. And as soon as it kind of turns a little translucent, the reason I put the rice first is because I want the rice to kind of get a nice good fry. It's kind of gotten a little translucent, which means we are ready to go. So now we put in our first ladle of lamb stock and let it cook. Basically, you keep seeing the arborio rice getting nice and chubby. The thing is that you do not have to keep stirring this. The less you keep stirring it, the creamier it will get on its own. As you can see, it's getting nice and thick and creamy on its own. So you just stir the stock in. Basically, stock is made up of, if you're doing like a vegetable stock, then you have all your vegetables that do not leave color, like onions, carrots, celery, whatever vegetables you really like. You put it all together with salt, bay leaf, thyme, and you can put any flavoring you like. So basically, if I'm making chicken stock, then I take like chicken bones and I add to it tomatoes because I like it with tomatoes. I add onions, I add garlic, peppercorns. So here, very slowly, let the stock just seep into this rice. So when you make a stock, never overly salt the stock. So these are really beautiful portobello mushrooms. You know, God has really made certain vegetables with a whole lot of love and care, like He has made us women. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to marinate this for a bit, okay, with some balsamic vinegar and some olive oil. If you have a grill, if you have like a pan which has got these ribs on it, you can fry it on that, or then you can do it in a plain pan. It takes about 15 minutes and that's about it. You're ready to serve. It's now time to put some wine into our risotto. So basically it's got to be a nice dry wine. The reason it is put at the end is because just the flavor stays. This is looking lovely. Our risotto is getting ready. Okay, so this is how you take this off. So this is done. Okay, so I shall continue with my risotto here. I'm going to add the enoki mushrooms to this. It does not really take long to cook. So now that the enoki is inside the risotto, all I have to do is shut it for about 2 to 3 minutes and we are done. In the meantime, here we have 1 teaspoon of balsamic and 2 teaspoons of olive oil. We just emulsified it really well. And all we're going to do is pour a bit of it into the mushroom. I'm going to keep this for about 15 to 20 minutes in the fridge. We are now going to fry it on a medium flame. So I put some oil into the pan already, so it's nice and hot. And what we're going to do is put our portobello in it to fry it. This takes about 15 to 20 minutes and you have to flip it when it gets done. Say about after 7 to 8 minutes, flip it to the other side. Our risotto is ready. Looks lovely and creamy. Now for a little chopped parsley. And then Parmigiana. A nice stir. This is it. We are ready to serve. Now we're going to plate it. So our portobello mushroom goes in. Throw some arugula leaves onto my portobello mushrooms. Now for some risotto. Lovely. And over it we're going to put some Parmigiana, and over that our deep fried enoki. So here it is, really lovely creamy enoki mushroom risotto served on beautifully flavored portobello with lots of love from me to you. And if you really like what we made here today, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe to the Maria Gredy Corner. I'll see you soon.